Well, let me give you this though. GCP Bytes After Dark.
Welcome to GCP Bytes, episode number 41 for Friday, the 22nd of May, 2026. GCP Bytes is a podcast where we discuss Google Cloud and tech, and I'm your host, Stephen Bancroft. On today's show, Antigravity 2.0. WTF is going on? Who is dumping Vmware now? Linux gets hammered by AI. Plus, is Mythos going public? Find out in the AI Wars. But before we get to any of that, I'd like to introduce the co-host of the show, Dave Wall. How are you, Dave?
That's a late night recording for us. So it's a different vibe.
Yes, we are recording late at night, and our very own GDE, Ian Brown. How are you, Ian?
Mate, worn down from the day, but keen to get into it.
Yes, we're recording on a Wednesday night instead of our usual Thursday morning, and we just, we're all about accommodation here at GCP Bytes. We're
agile.
That's right.
Yeah.
And definitely a different vibe on the mics tonight, that's for sure. What do we got? What's been going on during the fortnight with you two?
Oh, Dave, you can start this one off. Come on.
I could kick it off.
You can kick it off with the most awesome thing.
I've got a couple of things going on. Commodore 64. Been a while since I've updated the audience on the Commodore 64. I have a working Commodore 64. Yes. And those couple of CPUs I bought, they were fake.
Right.
And that was basically
the Express specials.
Yeah, they were fake. And so once I got a new CPU and I had a bunch of other chips and I swapped them around, bang, she lit up. And
nice.
And it's working now. So the only issue outstanding is the two. I had two CIAs in the original Commodore 64. I had two in a 128, which also doesn't work. So I was able to, out of those four, I salvaged one working CIA chip. And that's the other three were toast. And that was enough to get the keyboard up and running. Obviously, the discs and the tape won't work with that because that runs off the second CIA. But it lights up and I can type and everything seems to be working just fine. I've ordered a functional pair of CIAs from a bloke in Hungary who I've bought stuff from before. And he says, these are fine and they're beautiful. So I'll swap those in, that pair, and I'll have a spare. And we're off to the races.
Nice. Is there, because I know you can get aftermarket SIDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there an aftermarket CIA?
There is an FPGA CIA. In fact,
nice.
Every chip in the C64 has been emulated now.
Nice.
And it is possible to build an entire 64 from aftermarket chips, FPGA equivalents or, whatever. The only thing that's always a point of contention is the SID. The FPGA SID's obviously a digital recreation of the analog filter in that chip, and that's really what gives it its characteristic. And so some games the sound's not quite the same. People get a bit finicky about that. So if you can get a SID, then, everything else is digital. It's fine. It's perfectly the same.
Well, people can't get too upset because if you get so let's say you've got a PAL C64 and you go onto the internet and acquire yourself a game that was meant for NTSC, it'll actually be played at a different speed.
It runs a bit faster. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. In fact, there are mods you can get that gives you a little switch and you put on the outside of the case to flick between PAL and NTSC. Yeah.
Yep.
That's because there's only many scan lines and it scans quicker and all the rest of it. But yes, quite happy about that. Next, I'm going to be looking at, I've got some old cartridges like the Expert cartridge and the Action Replay cartridge. I've got cartridges like that. So I want to get one of those sort of up and running again and sort of get back into that. But I've completely refurbished the drives and they are functional to 1541s I've got.
Nice.
All cleaned and all working up. I retro-brighted the 64 case. I think I sent you a photo through.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
That's come up beautiful. Cleaned it all up. I had another 64. So this is my childhood 64 that I've ended up using the case and fixing. But I did get another one because the keyboard in my original C64 was just some of the keys just don't play properly, and the text is all worn off. So I swapped the keyboard over, and now it looks like a new unit. It's great.
Yeah,
great.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I found out in my my last little bit of adventure in trying to find a new dishwasher because mine decided to short the power out. We started trawling for the reviews on the. We sort of narrowed it down to 3 dishwashers and went, right, let's go and have a look at the reviews for it. So I jumped on the choice like we always do. Yeah, we need a subscription now to access reviews. And I'm like, nah, you can get stuffed. Why would I contribute reviews? Because I have done before, is contribute reviews to this.
Yeah.
And then now they want me to pay for the stuff that users contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like a lot of those sites, one that I really love was Artings, which they'd been around for years doing, they started out doing like TVs and monitor reviews, and they do all sorts of electronics, but really data driven as well. It's not just like, hey, this feels like it's got blacker blacks. Like they have all the proper measuring gear. They have all they do a lot of stuff, right? Even things of how they test, like robot vacuum cleaners and things. They have a little test course, and they do all the work. They've had to go behind a paywall as well because everything was just being scraped by AI. Right? And so they originally, what used to happen for me is they would say, hey, you can look at like 5 products, in any given period without being on a membership. You could look at a few products, but then you couldn't get, you'd have to pay if you wanted more. But now it's all been trawled. They're like, well, we have to stick a paywall in front of it. Everything's member only. If you look at it now, the articles are there. You can read what they said about it, but you can't get any of the scores like frequency response times or anything like that.
And here endeth the open internet.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Everyone's moving to walled gardens now. It's just such a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, after last week and my talk up of the Series 8 as Bosch Series 8, I went to turn here was my day the other week. I'd been working on a piece of code for an open source project, an Amiga related open source project. And AI, I had it working, and then I forgot to commit it. And I said, can we add this feature? And of course, it went ahead and screwed it all up, and I can't get it working again.
Nice. Love it. That'll teach you.
I was ropeable. I should have bloody committed it. Anyway, I've still got that branch pushed to the side. I'm hoping I can get back to it later and save it. But anyway, I got up and I'm going to bloody make a cup of tea. So I went to the kitchen. Oh, the dishwasher's there. I'll turn it on and run it. Couldn't turn it on. Why can't I turn the dishwasher on? Of course, it's got the touch buttons that I was ranting about, right? Wouldn't turn on. Anyway, I pressed, it wouldn't turn on. It was about a day. It was well over a day. I couldn't get the bloody thing to turn on. And then I'm just in the kitchen the next day. Oh, and that same afternoon, my son comes home. What does he buy on the internet? He buys a spray can of fart gas. And he sprayed it in the house.
I love it.
He sprayed it in the house after I'd lost my code, the dishwasher's broken down, and he sprays fart gas in the house.
Because there's always chemical warfare.
Matt, you remember the whoopee cushions that you used to buy as a kid?
I tell you.
We used to fill them with fart gas.
I had to open every window, turn all the fans on and the air conditioning on full blast, and it still took about 4 hours to clear it out. It was ridiculous.
I love it.
Anyway, a couple of days later, I'm up against the dishwasher, and I just, for the lulz, I tapped the power button, and bang, it came on. Oh, you're kidding me. Like, I could not turn it on for love nor money earlier.
Are you sure someone didn't put the child lock on?
No, I'd been turning it on and off. I've been doing the child lock. I've been doing the whole tilt the thing forward 45 degrees. I don't know if you know that hack with dishwashers. It wouldn't come on.
You tilt it like a pinball machine?
Yeah, because the sump was full of water.
Is this like what you used to do to the vending machines to get the freebies?
Kind of, yeah. I immediately ran one of those cleaner things in it, And then I went, screw it, I'll connect it to the internet because I hadn't connected it before, and the app and everything, and it immediately wanted to download a firmware update. So I did that, and it's been fine since.
And now it's got ads.
Now they're tracking.
Now you've got to listen to 35 seconds worth of ads before you can start your program. It's YouTube.
Please drink a verification can.
Tracking my usage now.
Yeah. And you got to do age verification too. Can't have minors using this.
Have you guys got a guest network set up for your IoT stuff?
I've got a separate VLAN set up.
That's what I really
IoT.
need. No, you need a guest network so they can't see each other. I really need to do that.
Yeah, no, I've got that set up on here. So I've got a guest network here as well for visitors because we don't have.
You
many
should do it for your
visitors in our
IoT
house.
as well.
But I've got a separate network set up for IoT as well. It's a peer-to-peer.
Yeah, right. Anyway, my dishwasher's back alive again, and the house doesn't smell like fart gas, so we're all good.
For now.
Now, what good news story?
Until I tell you a young fella about whoopee cushions and fart gas.
Well, you can listen back to the show and find out all about it.
Yep.
Before we get on to the enshittification of anti-gravity, sorry, did I say that? Let's just talk about a good news story here. We are going to get on some news items, I promise. Google reimburses register sources who were victims of API fraud. Now, we did report on this article. It's an Australian guy that had his Google spending tier set up to $250, but what does Google kindly do for you now if you hit your spending limit? They upgrade you, don't they? Of course, you want
they upgrade you a little bit, right? They just upgrade you
to 17,000. They upgrade you to 100,000 limit. Right?
I had $250. Oh, you hit that. Here's 100K.
Yeah,
racked up a bill of 17
and an infinitely scaling service.
Like, guys, come on.
Yeah, so the new limit. Yeah, so to get to the 100K, you've got to have spent $1,000 on your account, and it's got to be older than 30 days.
Yeah, in other words, you're a good customer.
Yeah,
so you're a good customer. You get hacked, and then you get slammed with a big bill. Anyway, these guys
it should be tiered the way Google Ads tiers. So when you create a Google Ads account and you start signing that budget, rather than, obviously, they don't want to invoice you for every click, right? So they let you get a little bit in the hole, and you can set what your budget is, but they don't just give you, like, if I set my budget as 100K right now, they wouldn't do that. They'd let me hit my current ones, and then they basically double them. And when I hit that and I pay that bill, they'll double it again, and until you hit the limit that you requested.
Seems like the obvious thing to do.
Not $250 to $100,000.
Yeah, and this leads into anti-gravity, as Banky puts it, the enshittification of anti-gravity.
So anyway, just to finish this one up, yes, they did repay this money, and now they are bringing in budget caps as well. So there is a solution for this coming out in the long run. But yes, anti-gravity. Do we want to do this now? We really want to do this now?
Well,
let's do it now.
It is a rant. Because Antigravity 2.0 has come out, which has got rid of it hasn't got rid of the IDE, but it has converted the current anti-gravity app into an agent-only sort of interaction platform, right? So it's sort of like Claude Desktop
code.
is.
Yeah.
More like Claude Code, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but Claude Code when you're using like the Claude app, not Claude in the CLI.
No, yeah. So it's more like the app. And then if you want the IDE capability, you've got to download this separate download, which is Antigravity IDE. Right?
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so this wasn't making sense to me earlier today, but yes.
Oh, wait for it. It gets worse. And I can tell you now that the Cloud GDE's chat is just
blowing up,
losing it over this.
Yeah.
So, as you can imagine, there's lots of us out there who have Google Workspace accounts that run small businesses that want to use AI for like software development, and they might use it to build models and stuff like that, right? So now, no, you can't do that. Workspace accounts can't use it. You've got to go to Gemini Enterprise,
which is a minimum of seats, right?
Which costs tons of money. So now you've got to have an Gemini enterprise account, which means that now you can rack up that $100,000 bill, and your Pro and Ultra subscriptions no longer work with Workspace. You have to have enterprise. So you can rack up that $100,000 bill, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. And of course, we all know that the credit system, like the way that Gemini reports or Antigravity reports how much you're using, is let's call it flawed at best.
But they are doubling the limits or something, right? Now
they can quadruple the limits.
They're reducing. Sorry,
yeah. Well, it doesn't matter what they're doing with the limits. I know guys out there who at the current AI Ultra will hit their limit within 2 days in a week.
Their weekly limit gets hit in 2 days.
Their weekly limit is hit in 2 days because they're developers. They're using it for planning the feature branch, and then they're using it to help them develop that feature branch.
On a big code base. Big code base.
Yeah.
Just chewing up the tokens. Yeah. Well, I have to say...
Here's your limits, right? So you've got your without a plan, so your free Gemini is the standard. AI Plus is 2 times higher than standard, which is nothing. AI Pro is 4 times higher than standard, and Ultra is 20 times higher than 20 times higher than Pro. So that would make it 80 times higher than standard.
What a shit way to describe it. Like, what is standard to start with? Why don't they just put a figure on it?
There's no number.
No.
It's like
number tokens.
6.
Yeah. No. This week 6. Next week it'll be 4. Right. And then
the other thing I saw today.
Google Blicks.
The other thing I saw today is with the new models that we'll talk about later on, right? You've got Gemini 3.5 Flash, right? That's come out.
Yep.
1 million output tokens is now going to cost you $9.
Ugh.
Right, so Gemini 3 Flash preview was $3, so it's tripled in price. And that's US dollar reduced. That's US, like the Freedom Eagles.
Talk about bait and switch. Like, really? Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's we've been getting access to the AI models, frontier AI models, off the backs of VC investment, right? Like all of us who pay for it, I might pay $180 for my max subscription to Claude, but it costs them, if I use it all, it costs them $800.
Yeah. Because it's subsidized, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like you, and I've just chucked it all away, and I'm on Windsurf now.
So I know other people. I know people within the GDE community, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I know people who have not only cancelled their AI Ultra subscription, but they're also cancelling their Workspace subscription, and they're moving away from Google.
I mean, and that's a much bigger move. Like, that would be a real. I'm a small business, and it would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. But there's people that are that disgruntled now with the constant bait and switch that keeps happening inside of Google that they're just like, it's not worth it. I'm done.
Well, I would just say is that again with Windsurf, you are again enjoying. VC money subsidizing you. It's just, 100%. You're behind the curve on when that happens, right? And it'll roll through to the next thing, and then, but if for now it's cheap and it works,
but you're on the crack by then. It's too late.
Use it.
That's right. Yeah. You can't. It's very hard to get off the crack once you're on it.
But on the upside, AI Pro does include YouTube Premium now.
Do you know what? I cancelled my YouTube Premium and I really haven't missed it. We still watch YouTube.
I'm back on it.
So I was very disappointed when I went to install Antigravity 2 and there was no bloody Debian package. You got to download a tarball.
Yep.
Like, what? What sort of... How hostile is that?
Just ask it to compile itself.
You need to make your own spec file.
The physician heal thyself.
You know what? I do have Antigravity CLI installed, so maybe I'll just do that. Turn this into a package. Bang.
Just do it.
Create your spec file and then package it yourself.
Spec file. Just say, do it.
Well, it needs to create the spec file and you're going to need to check that before it can create the Debian package, because a spec file is what it uses to install everything, where to put everything. Assuming that Debian packages still use spec files, I don't know. I haven't compiled a Debian package for decades.
No, this is what I mean. I'm going to have Antigravity even make a spec file. Why do I even need to do that?
His vibe coding, damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get back
this
to
that. This is GCB Bytes Nights.
Yeah, that's right. Vibe code, right.
Late nights with GCP Bytes.
Look, all right, as fun as the banner is, what Subnautica? Let's just finish up on Subnautica.
Okay, yeah, all right. So, I think we talked about, I think it was either last fortnight or 2 fortnights ago, and we're talking about like AI court cases, like AI chats being admissible in court. And we talked about the Crafton Unknown Worlds lawsuit, and this was where the CEO of Crafton had asked ChatGPT a number of times on how to get out of this contract to pay this $250 million bonus to Unknown Worlds.
Yeah.
Well, and so the court case, was found in the developers' favor. So they were allowed to take control of the application. They were allowed to put it up for early access on Steam. It's sold 2 million units in 12 hours.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's definitely in the territory now, because there was like a threshold. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't fully remember. I think it was something like after they sold 2.3 million copies, then for every dollar that they made, they would have to be paid $3.
Ooh,
all right, up to a cap of a $250 million bonus.
Right.
So what'll happen is that cap will be hit if they get to about 5 million copies.
Right.
And then for the publisher to make a profit, so it's sort of like they make money up until about 2.3 million, then they start to bleed money until they're very much in the red. And then I think they need to sell another 8 million copies after that to get back in black.
Wow.
Yeah, wowzers.
I mean,
So yeah, anyway, it's awesome. Still early access, but it's, I'm having a lot of fun. My kids are having a lot of fun playing it because it's got co-op in it now.
What's the Steam rating currently?
Ooh, I don't know. But they were at like 600,000 concurrent players. So,
Like positive, very positive, mostly positive, garbage.
You're pretty unimpressed if it was garbage, wouldn't you?
yeah. Let me see. Very positive.
Very positive.
42,000 reviews.
There you go. Very
Nice.
positive. I literally have Antigravity turning Antigravity into a package. It's running. It's running at the moment. All right. I'll let that go. I'll give you an update later in the show how that's going. This is live coding with Banky here. Doing it live. Live and vibe.
Have you paid the appropriate
I've run out of credits. No.
demo sacrifice?
Played the appropriate sacrifice to the demo gods. No, I have not done it. All right. Well, let's get on with the community news. All right, Ian, you've got a special one here in here this week, so take it away.
I do. Yep. There's only 4 this week. First one is Sydney. So Google Sydney is actually running an AI camp built with AI at Google Sydney, which is down in Pyrmont. Bring your laptop along and then get in and learn how to do some AI stuff with one of the guys. He's a lead engineer from AI Whisper. So Yajat Murthy. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, dude, but yeah, that looks like a really good one. There's still spots available. There's 119 already RSVP'd, so get onto that. Next one is GDG Melbourne's May 26 meetup. It's at Metal Group, Level 2, 452 Flinders Street on the 27th at 6 p.m. Again, the Melbourne GDG events are always really, really cool. So they've got a couple of talks there about different things. It'll be really good, and there's still spots available. And then in Perth, all the way over in Perth, Build with AI event is happening at on the 29th of May at 7 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, so I don't know what that is in Perth time. That's at the Mia Yalagonga in Perth, in Spring Street in Perth. So get onto that one. And then last but not least is Google Cloud Summit. which is happening in Sydney on the 25th of June. And I will be there as one of the traders in the Builder Zone.
There we go.
So come along and say g'day.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and get down there for that one. Very excited for that. I don't know if I'll make the full conference, but I think we should get there, Ian, and maybe go and bend the old elbow at the local. Yep. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, let's get on with the news items. And first news item this week is People Moves. This article on CRN discussing Google Cloud's 6 key execs who left for Anthropic, OpenAI, Microsoft, and others. Big brain drain. Just to go through it quickly, and I think we've covered at least one or two, maybe all of these people at various times. Colleen Capassi, who's now the former Google position VP Channels. She's now the VP Strategic Global Partner at OpenAI. When did that move occur? Doesn't say.
No, that doesn't say when. Well, I think there's 3 of them that we haven't covered in here. So Joe Mellett's the next one.
Joe Mellett, yep.
He used to be the head of customer engineering at Startup Acquisition at Google. And he's now the head of applied AI for America's startups US in Anthropic.
Yep, they've all moved on. Yep. And Mike Farrell, he was the Google Cloud position head of customer engineering. He's now the corporate sales engineering at CrowdStrike director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hayat Gallat, we've covered her. She used to be the president of customer experience and now over at Microsoft as executive vice president of security.
Yep, and we'll take it in turns here, and this seems to be working. Alvin Lung, Google Cloud position head of partner engineering, Google Cloud security, now he's managing principal at Citreno.
Citreno?
Citreno, yeah.
I don't know how you say that. I never heard of them.
Citreno, I hadn't either, no.
No.
Yeah.
And last one is Fernando Pereira. Used to be the Google DeepMind VP of engineering. He is now a chief AI scientist at Inceptive. That's a big one to lose.
Jeez, that would have been a big package.
Yeah. 18 years at Google.
Yeah, so there you go. And brain drain. But, Google seems to be doing all right without him, I have to say, in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get on with our favourites, Broadcom.
Dave loves Broadcom.
They've even got their own section in the show and everything.
Yeah. I've got my feelings about Broadcom.
First article here. Who put this in here? VMware new VCF 9.1 cuts customer costs for storage, AI and security, and Com Division CEO explains.
That's nice of them. I mean, it is great. We've got a new version of VCF. VCF 9 is out. I think what they're trying to sell is that VMware, for all its costs, is one of the best ways to kind of bin pack your VMs, right? If you're needing to run a lot of VMs, you can get the most amount of contention within the VMware stack. And as part of this, they now have this NVMe memory tiering. So they're basically coming at it and saying, like, memory is ungodly expensive. So remember page files? They're back.
So playing devil's advocate here. So the title is that they've cut customer costs. Playing devil's advocate, they bumped the price of VMware up by like 1,000%. Like, if you cut the cost by 10%, you're still up 990%.
Yeah, well, they're saying that it's more while the product itself is expensive, it's what you do with it. It's how you hold it, right?
Yeah.
It's
you got to use
just not using it right.
Yeah, you can save money on the tin that you want to run it on because you can get more workloads onto it. And they come for the whole thing of like, if you're using the whole stack, you want vDefend, you want, you're actually going to do like distributed firewalls, you're going to use all the other fancy stuff. You're going to be, the third customer to deploy Tanzu
in the world.
Yeah. Then it's great. If you jump in our very expensive walled garden, you'll pay one very expensive bill to us as opposed to 5 pretty expensive bills to a few different other companies.
Right.
And you'll pay a very expensive bill to whoever your tin provider is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can't forget them.
Yeah.
They did include the enhanced NVMe memory tiering, which looks like a pretty cool feature. They claim it intelligently tiers DRAM with NVMe, so you can sort of have fast RAM and slow RAM type of things. It does sound pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, so NVMe tiering is cool. Like, I'm being flippant with saying it's a page file because it's not. Like, it is a bit more bougie than that.
Yeah.
And one thing that is really nice is more enhancements in vSAN. So now you've got global dedupe as well. Anyone who's
cool.
still running like vSAN 8, you probably have got compression switched on, but you might not be using dedupe because having dedupe sat in line, it slowed down all your I/O, and now it doesn't do that.
Do you remember back in the days when dedupe was an extra add-on? Like you had your Commvault Simpana license, and then you had to buy the dedupe add-on for it.
ISIS, I think it was called for NetApp. You had to have the ISIS key, and
that's the old dirty
and
word.
we had it. Yeah, then we had to run it. We had it run every Friday night. We had it run over our file stores. And
Yep. Yeah, I remember those days.
Well, DKPG Deb is just running and it's chewing all my CPU. I think it's just done.
You're not lagging.
I think it's just done. We'll get back to that a bit later.
It's doing what you want.
His machine's going to kernel panic. That's what's going to happen while we're recording.
Well,
I'm waiting to see his camera flip like 180 degrees.
No, okay, the usage has gone down now. I've got a graph here on my thing. I can see what's going on. Look, it's the Broadcom tax, right? You just pay more. But speaking of Tanzu, there is one customer, that was using it.
One of the three.
One of the three.
We're down to 2 now.
We're down to 2. Service New South Wales charts a path off VMware's container platform. Will slash its present PAS bill by 3/4. Service New South Wales is changing the way it containerizes and hosts more than 200 digital products, moving off Tanzu application service to a Red Hat OpenShift platform.
This is a really interesting one, actually, because I see lots of businesses moving to Red Hat's OpenShift products. I don't know what it is about that thing. Obviously, it's mature enough now that people aren't scared of it. But yeah, they're running Red Hat OpenShift on AWS. Look, they could have chosen a better cloud, but yeah, they've had a 6 to 8 week proof of concept, and they're like, "Yep, looks good. Throw it all in."
Yeah, I mean, they're lucky they've already got everything containerized, right? That's just been a long project going on for a long time. When they did the whole refresh of Service New South Wales, they introduced Service New South Wales, they brought in the digital license, they did all this pioneering stuff. And they modernised their applications at the same time by the sound of it. And they have everything there ready to go. And they just want to run it now in vanilla Kubernetes. So it's portable.
So they've got until the end of 2028 to move everything over because they've just refreshed their Tanzu contract, like $13 million over 3 years, which is just an obscene amount of money. But yeah, so that was signed in November last year, so they've got until 2028.
Before they get hit with a tax.
Yep. Before they get audited by VMware.
And this is just a long line of many more to come, I imagine. People aren't going to swallow it.
No.
Yeah, no. Not that there are so many other places to run to run Kubernetes workloads, right? Like there's just so many options.
And OpenShift isn't just containers either. So it's a lot like the SUSE product. I can't remember what it's called now.
Harvester.
Yeah. Or the one that can run VMs and containers all in the same stack.
Yeah, that's Harvester. Well, sorry, it's not Harvester anymore. They rebranded it.
Yeah, they rebranded. I just can't remember what the name of it is now.
Yeah, because it was running your VMs with KubeVirt.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So we'll keep an eye on that. So let's move on with a few industry items, or one industry item mainly. Australia Post's future IT state to rely on 13 platform ecosystems. 13 platform ecosystems?
Yeah. How
I mean, that doesn't sound super like simplified, does it? It's like
no.
I mean, but how bad must it currently be if it's like we're going down to 13?
It's a dramatic simplification, they say.
Yeah, and
so,
I think the big thing is about the shadow IT. But yes, Ian.
Yeah, so it looks to me when I was reading this article, they sort of use systems and platforms interchangeably. I don't know how or why, but they say in their platforms, and then they sometimes call them systems. So they're saying there's over 700 different systems at the moment, and some are big platforms like SAP, and others are workflows, and they call a platform a workflow. So it's a bit confusing as to whether they're talking about, hey, we've got 13 different cloud ecosystems, or we want to condense down to 13 bits of software that do things for us.
It's actually quite interesting, right? They had this plan, they had this post 26 strategy, which was from 4 years ago. They started with 700 applications. They were aiming to get down to 370 applications. Yep. They ended up at 400 because over the intervening 4 years, they found a few more
They discovered all the shadow IT stuff, yeah.
And
that's a pretty good
effort. And you've got to call
though.
out, one of the key call-outs in this is that they've had, over that 4 years, they've had a whole heap of other business users come to them and go, hey, we want you to transform this as well. Because they built up that momentum and that trust in the business, and the business is just jumping on board. And
let's turn this into a supportable, piece of code.
Instead of 700 systems like they originally quoted, and they're down to 300 or 400 systems, then they might have had another 100 dumped on them, and yeah. And
it sounds like, there was plenty of small, it says workflow things in here. That's going to be like an SFTP server that runs a cron job every 26 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Or does the updates for the My Post app or whatever it is, that just this package has got to here, let's run an update that updates all of those package IDs.
I just wanted to put one feature in. When you send a parcel on eBay, I want the tracking to automatically go into the sold item on eBay.
No, right? Do you know what I'd like?
Because at the moment you have to scan this QR code, right? And when you do it, it doesn't scan properly, and you have to go in and edit the value. It's just annoying. It needs to happen automatically.
So do you know what I want out of them? I want them to send me the, hey, your package is on board for delivery, before they send me, hey, your package has been delivered. So I get your package has been delivered. And then about an hour later, I get your package is on board for delivery. And I'm like, what package? I've got one today. What's his other package? And I go in and no, it's the same package.
Right.
No, you find the postie in your house. He's like, no, you're not supposed to have it yet. He takes it and drives away.
Yeah, postie doesn't come into my house.
We've got the distribution centre not far from here, and all that kind of works quite smoothly. So, in fact, stuff delivers quickly, more quicker to here than our old place in Sydney, I have to say.
Yeah,
it's actually really nice here because same the post office the business hub where we send all of our stuff out from is also where they deliver stuff to us from, and it's a 3-minute drive. It's magnificent.
Yeah, nice. No, they've got to congratulate them, because they're if they're talking about 700 different systems down to 13, that's a huge consolidation.
Yeah. Slowly eliminating and consolidating. Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of consolidating, Google Books. What do we think? Google Books are imminent.
Yeah, look, they are, but so I'm a bit. It's a bit like you've had a Chromebook for donkey's years and it's been great, and then all of a sudden Google's like, nah, you can't. We're not updating that anymore. You've got to go and buy a Google Book, because it's got a TPM in it, or a TPU in it, and so that we can put AI into it.
Yeah, the whole thing's built from AI ground up. The ground up. AI
so it's redesigned from the ground up to have Gemini built into it, so that apparently they've renamed the cursor to a magic pointer, which sounds like a very Mac thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very pessimistic about this. I just can't see it flying. People either don't want AI, right, or they don't understand it, and then you've got like people like us that aren't going to use. Like, who's going to use this? I'm certainly not going to use this. I want a Linux desktop, right? Like I don't want this, right?
Well, this is an Android desktop, so this is literally
no, that's
Android.
your phone. That's made for your phone. That's not for a bloody.
I mean,
book,
okay,
notebook.
these they work well in what for web traffic. Right, like web usage, you're just going to use Docs and Sheets and Chrome. Like that's the target. They work great in schools.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
but it's pretty hard to compete with the MacBook Neo. Right, that's what they're competing with now. Right, that's going to be the gold standard.
And they're fantastic in schools if schools will adopt them. So in Queensland, they don't. Chromebooks are not supported at all.
What if it's just iPads or?
You can have a Windows machine or you can have a Mac, and that's it.
Oh, right.
That's what they support. But I just sort of see this as a bit gimmicky, right? So apparently you wiggle this cursor and full screen Gemini comes up and you can type nonsense into it and it'll give you nonsense back.
And you can integrate the AI apps. They show like she's taken a photo, she's taken something from a website and putting the clothes on her in a photo and sort of integrates that way,
you can. The other one that they've got here is Google Demos show how Magic Pointer can be used to select multiple images and instantly combine them with Nano Banana.
Yeah, but how? Why do I need that?
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like an intern has come up with this, hey, I've got this really cool idea, let's make this, and Google's gone, shit yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we're going to stick that in the presentation.
Sure, bro.
We're at the point now where all these AI companies are just throwing shit at the wall and just see what sticks. See what sticks. That's it.
Oh, hey, and speaking of Gemini.
Uh-oh.
Because it is GCP by its nights.
I haven't. Right? Yeah, okay. As long as we get back to the Google
in the
book,
laptop, all right, in the Google book, right? And it's like, oh, wiggle it and then it tells me the stuff.
Yeah.
When I got Gemini in like as the assistant, replacing Home as the Google Assistant, and in the car, I thought, great, except it hallucinates if businesses are open.
Yep.
Like normally you'd say like, hey, what time does Kmart open today? And it'll be like, Kmart is open right now, right? Doesn't do that anymore. It doesn't just go to the Google Maps API and query, hey, this business, what's the opening hours? Yeah. And, it's a public holiday, so, it's closed on a public holiday because they updated. It didn't do that. It just goes, oh, yeah, should be right, mate. Just head on down to Kmart.
Get some Anchor. Why do you need that rag? Get rid of that. You don't need any of that.
No.
The model knows all.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. No, I hate to sound pessimistic here, but I see this as another entry in the Google graveyard in the next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And my biggest, that picture in there, just absolutely, it was a no starter for me. The size of that trackpad, I'll immediately pick that thing up and throw it at the wall. I hate those big trackpads like that, right?
Oh, yeah?
For two reasons, right? One, the palms of my hands palms of your hands always brushing against it. And two, to move the mouse, you got to go halfway across the country to move the mouse from one side of the screen to the other. It's ridiculous.
But Banky, you've got these big gorilla mitts that are filling the plates, mate. So surely you can reach across.
It's so big. It's just not necessary.
I've never understood the big trackpad either. No. But,
I want to go back to the Lenovo little beep, 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 beep.
Oh, the nipple. Yeah, bring the nipple back.
No, I hated that thing. Could never get it to move smoothly enough. It was always like it was whipping across the screen at light speed, or it was moving like 1,000 dead snails.
Yeah.
Go into the mouse settings and adjust that acceleration.
Yeah. Have a mouse trail as well. God, I want another beer.
Yeah. God, I need to start drinking again.
All right. Well, look, with that little rant out of the way, let's get on. And I think at this point, I'll probably will give you a little update. We've got an item here talking about Antigravity CLI now. And it's quite appropriate actually, because if you run up Gemini CLI right now, you'll get a banner that says Gemini CLI is transitioning to the Antigravity CLI for Google One and unpaid tier, which is me. So I got that today, and I went in and I did install Antigravity CLI. And when I checked the models, immediately I noticed we're getting Gemini 3.5 Flash, a high and a medium version. 3.1 Pro high, 3.1 Pro low, Claude Sonnet 4.6, Claude Opus 4.6, and GPT OSS 120B medium. So a little bit more selection there of models. And we're doing it live. I have asked Antigravity to convert the Antigravity, don't get confused, Antigravity 2.0 download that you get as a tarball on Linux, and I YOLO'd it and I asked it to turn it into a DKPG file, and we'll do it live here, guys. I'll move this to my second desktop, and I will. Where is screen sharing? Here we go. Let me share this window.
I want to see you typing in the actual dpackage command to install this too.
That's what I want to do. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Here he goes.
Righto. So, as you can see, I've started with that, and while we're talking, it's just gone off and created that. Right.
Okay.
We don't have Antigravity installed. I had 1.3 installed. I did purge it just now. Right.
Sutup.
Yep.
Yeah, shush. Here we go.
All right, I'm watching.
Whoop.
It's unpacking.
Whey! Setting it up now.
It's set it up.
So you should be able to just call.
Hey, oh, look at that. Antigravity 2.0.
Yep.
Oh.
So you should just be able to call.
Here we go. I can just start it.
Yep. Yeah, do it.
Oh. Are you kidding me? It's done it. Hang on, I'll share my whole screen. Is it the right one?
A whole heap of Wayland errors, but you know.
Look at this. Look at it. I did nothing. I just YOLO'd it and said do it, and it's created me a package.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
Welcome to new Antigravity. Antigravity's been redesigned, puts agents first with new capabilities. Should like a code editor to explore. Here we go.
Now, we just need to move to the point where we don't even need the tarball. You just want to be like, hey, Antigravity, make me Antigravity too.
Yeah.
Well,
I could have done that, I suppose. It would have gone off and
Google's just published this. Grab it from their site and Debonize it.
Look at that. We've got it.
Yeah. So that's the new window. So it's literally your Claude desktop type app.
It totally is.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I am glad to see that your past chats are there, because there's lots and lots and lots of talk on the Cloud GDE thing about all your previous chats have just disappeared completely.
No, they're still
so that
there.
was an issue.
So they must be my local home directory, because I did purge the actual 1.3. Yeah, okay.
Yep. And then
Ooh,
now,
3.5
so
Flash.
if you install the Antigravity IDE on top of that, it uses a different config directory. So none of those chats appear in that.
Right, so this is what it seems to be doing in the background, installing Antigravity IDE.
Yep.
We can see that here in the terminal. So let's see if that's ready to go.
Yeah, so see how it's got, so your home directory there, homebanky.gemini/Antigravity IDE
Yep.
is the new user data. So it looks like they've got a step in there where they're copying that anti-gravity user data to the anti-gravity IDE directory, which is good because, again, that was one of the...
That was missing. Yep.
That was missing
Maybe
before.
that step wasn't there.
Can I start the IDE from here? Great project.
I have no idea.
Ooh. No.
Yeah. Like Claude does.
That's just in Claude.
So you can group a whole heap of conversations into a project, so it keeps that context between projects. Yeah, I think that's really good.
So how do I do the anti-gravity?
So anti-gravity-IDE is the OSS code. No, anti-gravity-IDE. Yeah, that's it.
No, it's on the path.
No. No.
Okay, a little bit more exploring that needs to be done there, but it doesn't appear that maybe it's just this.
No, that's just your...
That's a link.
That's just your
link
config
to the
directory.
Link to the config, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not... Oh, app image. Oh, it says it's done it. App image.
Current application is not an app image. No, it's a tarball. A gzip tarball.
Oh, here we go. Local share anti-gravity IDE. Aha. Let me have a look in there. We can. Here we go.
Only after Banky's got Antigravity IDE working.
Here it is. Good. It's done it. It's installed it as well. So it is there.
Yeah. So it needs to update it and put it in path now so that it's actually usable, because that's crap if I'd have to go and change to that local share directory.
I haven't seen if it's updated the path or anything, but yeah, that's all we need to do. Well, there you go. I guess that's our anti-gravity CLI segment. You know, on a first use, I'm actually quite impressed, really, what it's just done. And that was just with the Flash model. So, yeah, it's probably capable of quite a bit more. All right. Well, speaking of AI and Linux, it's been a lot of talk with Linus Torvalds, the Linux kernel, and AI, AI investigating bugs. And there's been yet another privileged escalation bug exposed. So we had, what do we have? We had Dirty Frag and Copy Fail 2.
Yep. Yeah, so originally there was Copy Fail. That was the original one that we saw last week or the week before. And then this week in this last week, we've had Dirty Frag and Copy Fail 2.
Yep.
So we've had three separate really bad vulnerabilities in the space of 2 weeks.
Related to privilege escalation, yeah.
Yep. But it's, again, this local privilege escalation, so you have to be on the box to be able to get the privilege escalation. So it's like everybody's like, oh, this is a horrendous thing for Linux and it's going to kill Linux. Oh, it's not.
Well, yeah, I think part of the big problem that they're seeing, though, at the moment is that things are being disclosed within that embargo period. So it's like, okay, we found a serious bug. We have now got the patches for it, but we need to get them through all the major distros. We need to sort of get a critical mass of it out. And now, like, you've got AI bug hunters in there, which are speeding things up. But apparently also a lot of the AIs themselves are looking not necessarily for bugs, but they're watching commits for things that are kind of suspicious that might be bug fixes, and then start going, oh, well, what does that fix? Or, there we go.
Yep. Yeah, so there was a complaint I saw on one of the chats about the kernel developers are just getting so overloaded with duplicate commits.
Yeah,
that
so
address-
Linus Torvalds has come out and complained about this. He said that the bug, the security kernel mailing list now is just flooded. It's overloaded with submissions, AI submissions that they can't sort the chaff from the wheat, and causing a problem, right? It's really causing a problem now.
He's probably going to need to stick an AI in front of that mailing list.
They're
so
going to need to triage it with AI. Fight the AI with AI. Yeah.
Vet the AI request with the AI.
But not only that, you're getting guys submitting bug fixes that have never coded a line of code in their life and just don't understand what they're looking at. Right? Oh, this is good. I'll just point I'll just point my Claude code at the the issue on GitHub and bang, have it go, and then submit it, and we're done. Right? Walk away from it. I'll get my name in the kernel. Yeah,
And we're covering it a little bit later on. This might segue nicely into it if we want to move it forward, because there is a very, very large commit that's removing a ton of lines of code out of the kernel.
That is a very nice commit. Oh, we might keep that a little bit later. That's a good one.
Okay. Yeah.
But yes, it does relate to this. But apparently you're not using AI in security though. That's what I've heard from.
No.
I heard a very prominent security company CEO say that. Can't remember who it was.
Just palling around.
Remains open at the moment. We don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to have to do something about it. I mean, look, there are some good use cases, and we will get onto that. But the security thing is a problem, especially when you've got things like Mythos running around that can just create a 0-day and then an exploit within minutes, and you're cooked.
The curl creator reckons that Mythos was primarily marketing guff.
Well, we'll see. We've got an article talking. We're going to have to.
That's the next one up.
Well, that's the next one. Here we are. I'm not used to other segues. You can't. I did a segue into your segue. Here, right?
I thought you were setting it up so that I could segue into it.
I ruined it. I'm sorry. Anthropic's bug hunting mythos was greatest marketing stunt ever, says the curl creator.
So this is interesting, right? So we've actually got two articles here, which I think are two opposite sides of the same coin. Yep. In that, so this is an article from the Register, where the curl developer Daniel Stenberg has had access to Mythos via Project Glasswing, right? Like curl is on a lot of things.
He hasn't though. So the actual
he not directly, but his
Mythos
code
was run against his repository by Mozilla because they have access to it under Glasswing.
Right, so I've got to right. So as of by proxy, his code was, and it found like one thing that wasn't particularly concerning, and so he comes out and says, "Well, it's all just chaff, not important. It's all just a stunt,
marketing hype."
It did actually find so. The scan that they ran against the Git repo, right? So they ran it against the master branch, right? So latest commit on master, so it's development code. That it claimed it found 5 things that it claimed were confirmed security vulnerabilities, right? So, of course, the guys that work on security with curl have gone over it, and they've gone, shortlisted it, had a look at it, listed it down to 1 that was actually a vulnerability. And it wasn't a particularly severe one.
Yeah. But I would say that, sure, in a repository that's well maintained and, treated with love and care, as obviously the curl repository is, good to see that, there was negligible findings.
Yeah.
However, the other side of the coin, right, is Mozilla using Anthropic just shipped their largest number of security bug fixes ever.
Yeah.
By a factor of 10?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember.
Yeah, there we go.
Huge.
Here's the chart, right? So here's their vulnerability chart going back to January of last year, right? And it's 20 a month, 26, 22, thereabouts, 78 in March of this year, 423 security bug fixes patched in April after getting access to Mythos, right? Sure, maybe one was in curl, right?
Yeah.
But it looks like there's a lot of other vulnerabilities that this thing helped find.
Oh, yeah. I reckon browsers they'd be prolific in browsers because they're such a all-encompassing thing. But this article actually says that some of those bugs that, like the vulnerabilities that Mythos identified, had been present for between 15 and 20 years. And you think about what the operating system looked like 15 or 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's
I keep thinking about 15 or 20 years ago. That was the 90s, wasn't it?
Swiss cheese. Get in easily if you know the way.
Yeah.
Still had some Windows NT4 workstations around.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. We'll see, and we'll talk about Mythos a little bit later. I was going to make a point now, but yeah. We'll. What's his horizons?
Oh, and this was just an interesting article from METR where it was showing the task completion time horizons of frontier AI models, as in benchmarking a coding task, and there's both a logarithmic and a linear scale, but it's a task that would take a human to do without a major stuff up, right? Like a successful coding job that a human could do in a given time period. And now Mythos, so this is quite interesting. So I'm just scaling back. So around the 1 hour mark, that's fix bugs in a small Python library, right? And we kind of tipped over that with the Claude Opus 4 and the O3 models earlier, sort of mid 2025. Then you've got like the 4 hour mark is train adversarially robust image model. That kind of crossed over in late 2025. Now we're at the point where Mythos has gone beyond the time horizon of what they could expect a human developer to do, and then to be actually forecast the time. So it's able to work on tasks that they think would be about 18 hours of a developer's time, and stand a good chance, like a 50% chance at least, of getting it right first time.
Success.
80% chance is now at about the 3 hour mark. Now, I don't know about you, but I certainly wouldn't code for 3 hours without making a mistake.
Nope. I don't code for 3 hours without making a mistake.
Yeah.
Even with AI.
I make mistakes continuously until all of a sudden it works.
That's the only constant in my development is that I make mistakes.
Yeah.
You'll always forget that semicolon.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, I think it's very
debugging code where I've missed a semicolon. Sorry.
Yes. It'll tell you it's just 20 lines down from where the semicolon's missing. That's all. All right. No, that's very interesting. Very interesting. And just moving on with some security news. ClickFix. ClickFix attack trick use. Blah, 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 blah. So it's such a tongue twister. ClickFix attack tricks users into hacking themselves. ClickFix attack. Say that three times fast.
Yeah.
I do have some notes here on this. The Australian Cybersecurity Centre has stepped in to warn users of an active attack campaign targeting Windows users with Vidar Stealer malware, which is delivered through the so-called ClickFix social engineering technique. So basically, they get you to type commands in to hack yourself.
Not really. So
That's why I read this.
The current attack, the threat actor uses a fake Cloudflare captcha verification prompt, which is on a compromised WordPress site. And it belongs to a legitimate business. So you sort of go to the website thinking you're going to, I don't know, like Harvey Norman or something like a legitimate Australian business. And they've got this captcha on there. And when you click on the captcha, it downloads a bit of JavaScript and executes it on your machine. that then pulls a bit of PowerShell down and downloads a payload, and off it goes. That's the way I read it. It actually running.
Once user interacts with the fake captcha by clicking on it, verify that you are human, a pop-up appears asking the victim to run the command in the clipboard.
Oh,
with
I missed that completely.
So it puts it in the clipboard, and then it asks you to put it in the prompt with administrator's privileges. Paste it in the prompt. I mean, it's so roundabout, but it's a way. I guess it's a way.
Yeah.
If you sort of disguise it in the capture, and a naive user might go, "Oh, this is just part of the login process. I just got to paste this thing in here."
Yeah.
And boom, you're in. Yeah.
It's like the Alibaba of hacking.
So yeah, be aware of that one. Now Apple has added a click fix protection, and Microsoft Defender has documented, and they're looking, which purports to install system utility user. They're looking to implement a fix for it. So. Yeah, don't paste any random stuff. Don't copy and paste stuff into terminals even from models or from
anywhere.
Anywhere. We've all done it.
Know what you're doing before you paste it in there.
Even before AI, we just used to copy everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
And just to round out security news, Google Appsheet abuse helped phish 30,000 Facebook's account. By impersonating Meta support, they send urgent claims about account violations, shutdowns, or sometimes recruit opportunities from other platforms, directing victims to fake pages designed to compromise their account.
The trick with this one is that they're sending it from an appsheet.com address, which is an internal Google domain. And so because they're sending it from Google's Appsheet, it's trusted. It bypasses all the
spam checks and
the security. Yeah. That's that old adage of you should never trust your own domains.
Yeah, that's clever. I mean, there's always going to be a way, right? There's some little opening here, and someone will find it, right? And it's a game of whack-a-mole, and it's evolutionary, right? If there's a crack somewhere, something will evolve to fill that crack.
Yep.
All right, and just before we get on to the AI wars, who sent this out about GitHub earlier?
Me.
What's going on at GitHub? Is this a live update?
This is literally a live update that I saw while I was trawling tonight.
We are investigating unauthorized access to GitHub's internal repositories.
Yep.
So this is live breaking news.
It is breaking news.
GitHub hack. Sounds like it. Here we go. GitHub confirms. Oh, of course, I've got to verify myself with Cloudflare first.
Of course you do.
GitHub confirms hack impacting 3,800 internal repositories. Now, this is the first time I'm reading this article. Microsoft-owned code hosting platform GitHub on Wednesday morning confirmed that approximately 38,000 internal repositories were impacted. This is an article on Security Week. Boasting about the incident on an underground hacking forum, the threat actor claimed the theft of source code and internal orgs, offering the allegedly stolen information to any buyer willing to pay at least $50,000 for it. Wow.
I've just thrown the article into the run sheet.
Internal repositories, hey?
Yep.
What?
So Team PCP has taken credit for this one.
What juicy information would they find in there? API keys?
Yeah, probably lots of credentials and API keys, and
you're not supposed to commit them to repos.
I know, but
they'll be in there, I'm sure. If they're private repos, they probably are.
Yeah. Yeah, the amount of people that go, oh, no, it's a private repo, no one can see it. It's like,
Until it gets hacked.
Yeah. Until it's not private anymore. And then all of a sudden your API key is on the internet and can be used to run up a massive billion AI.
It does say here the code sharing platform immediately rotated critical secrets, prioritizing highest impact credentials first. So, there's secrets in their repos.
Yep. Yeah.
They're not eating their own dog food.
Nope.
Meanwhile, like Grafana's repos got owned as well yesterday, so they've come out and said, yeah, well, we're not paying the fine, so, have at.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm exhausted. It's about time to finish the show up. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Let's get on with the AI Wars. All right, I think they're all pretty quick ones this week. Article that I liked, tiny company steals AMD's Thunder and challenges NVIDIA with old tech PCIe AI accelerator that runs 700B LLMs locally.
This is
Sipping
cool.
just 240 watts. Think to decades old DDR4 and 28 nanometer chips. How have they
is
done
so
this?
cool.
28 nanometers.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
That's like relatively monstrous in CPUs.
It's just crazy that they've done this, right? So the Skymizer claims giant AI models no longer need hyperscale GPU infrastructure. Old 28 nanometer chips suddenly power massive language models at surprisingly low wattage. The HTX 301 squeezes 384 gigabyte of memory into a single PCIe accelerator card. I want one. I want one now. I want it in my machine. I want to be running 700B models.
They outperform
30 tokens a second.
Will sell like hotcakes. 30 tokens per second.
Still not as sexy as that
kidding
one we covered that was like 4,000 tokens a
Yeah,
second.
that one was cool.
That ASIC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ASIC. But this is what look, this is what you need. Scale this down, maybe put it on a graphics card, have it as an all-in-one thing, and then you can be running agents and models locally. I mean, it'd change gaming, like really. Like imagine NPCs, with a model behind them.
Imagine if you could actually chain them together, like you do with video cards, where you can do that. DVD.
You can't do that anymore, man.
No one does.
There's
SLI
no Crossfire.
anymore.
Crossfire is gone.
No, I know.
SLI
But
is
remember
dead.
that stuff. It was if you could do that with this, and you'd have them all working together.
You have to say SLI, right? Where did NVLink come from?
Yeah.
NVLink that powers the GPUs now in the data centers was developed for gaming for SLI.
Yeah.
Do you remember there was this very brief period of time with DirectX 12 where they said we're going to be able to have you could have an NVIDIA GPU and an AMD GPU.
Oh.
You could have you could buy a new graphics card and you could just plug it in next to your old graphics card and
it would supplement.
It was going to be amazing.
No,
It was
That was
never
the
going to
end.
work.
No.
Never.
Now we're lucky if NVIDIA even makes GPUs for games.
Yeah, well,
Maybe a Chinese company will make them for us. That's
yeah, that looks like what's going
out
on.
of old NVIDIA GPUs. Just ramp the power up.
The ones they were supposed
ground
to
up
have.
old GPUs.
Yeah.
I'll take a page out of Intel's book. We're not building a new CPU. We're just going to put more power into the old one.
Yep. Anyway, I want one of these things. Skymizer, strange chip design, the HTX 301. Look out for it on Alibaba. What have we got next here? Here we go. Let's speaking of Linux kernel, Linux 7.1. How do you pronounce his name? Kinetsky called it
Kaczynski?
Kininsky called it the
Kaczynski.
LLM-pocalypse. Then deleted 138,000 lines of code. Oh boy! So. Story goes, we've been compiling dead code in the kernel for years, right?
Oh,
So
decades.
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 To remove this code obviously takes a lot of effort. You got to test it. You got to, you don't want regressions, all the rest of it.
And don't forget the one person that might actually still be using
That
it
might
in
actually-
production on a national infrastructure level critical system.
Nah. So this one developer's done a single PR that removes 138,000 lines of code. They were erased, and it removed. Well, the list goes on. Networking subsystems removes ATM. Remember working with ATM? It removes AX25 amateur radio networking. Oh, wow. ISDN. Remember, I smell dollars now. That's what the ISDN stood for.
That's about right too. Because Telstra's ISDN on-ramp was hideously expensive.
It was terrible. I smell dollars now. Bluetooth CMTP bridge. CAIF communications, CPU. I haven't heard of this. CPU to application CPU interface. And dozens of old ISA, PCMCIA, and PCI networking drivers all gone.
Man,
So
PCMCIA cards.
Out of the whole lot of these, I'm sitting there going, why is PCMCIA drivers still in the kernel? Like, we haven't had a laptop with a PCMCIA port for decades.
But there's that one guy that's got one,
decades.
you got to keep it running. But yeah, you can still use the old kernels, I suppose. But yeah, it's gone now, gone.
Yep.
I loved it. Yeah. I love reading this.
You're right about the ATM though, because I remember when I was doing my CCNA way back, right? And it was running on some old, like, I'm probably going to get the models wrong, like Cisco 1600 and 2500 routers. I think that's what the models were.
There was a
school.
1600, yeah. That's the one RU ones, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember you had the
big plug
ATM
on the back.
cable that you plugged in between.
Was that the AUI? The AUI cable? I can't remember now. It's been so long ago, I've forgotten most of it, thankfully.
Anyway, this was all done with the help of AI and an LLM, of course. This has happened quick, I have to say. This has happened real quick.
There were some other things too. So 486, gone.
Oh, yeah.
It's gone. So 486 has been deleted. You can no longer run a 486 processor on Linux 7.1, which realistically, let's be honest, if you're still running a 486 processor, you probably should splash out to a Pentium 1.
I've got one.
Actually,
I've got a working Pentium machine over here.
I was going to say a Pentium 1 might cost you more than a new CPU, to be honest. NTFS gets a new driver.
Yes.
So there's a brand spanking shiny new driver for the NTFS.
Because that was always so hacky. The Linux
it was pretty hit and miss as to whether it worked.
Yeah. Does it support NTFS compression? That's the big question. We'll find out and play with it yet.
Don't know.
So go and have a look at the article. It talks about a lot of stuff that's been removed, and it was a fun one to read, just a bit of a trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is nice to see that there's an upgrade for NTFS, so now it supports full writing as well.
Yeah,
that's right. That was always a problem. Yeah, you had to like flush it and stuff if it didn't write properly, and it was always very painful.
Yeah, it was a bit nasty.
So
new technology file system.
Yeah, new technology back in like 1990.
Dickety.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
All right. Well, with the trip down memory lane out of the way, Google's Gemini Omni Video. The model surfaced ahead of I/O debut. What's this all about? Omni Video. I didn't quite grok this, although I did watch the guys eating the spaghetti. That was quite impressive. Is this a replacement for Nano Banana?
This is Omni is like a
VO.
image video. It's any graphical kind of work.
Right.
Yeah, they're sort of trying to compare it to. So there's videos here of them comparing Omni to VO4 sort of thing. So like here's a VO video and here's the Omni.
I understand
of the same thing.
All right, it's really not that difficult at all. Yeah. All right, so that's it's that's available now. Can I go there and see
you'll
this?
have to see when we have a look at all the Google AI and I/O announcements.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's move on to that.
When will that podcast episode come out?
Maybe at the end of this one.
Hot off the presses.
It literally added it in there when we started.
Well, just quickly before we get onto that, the Claude Mythos in agent platform, which is now what we're calling it,
Geep,
has
Geep. It's Geep. It's Google Enterprise Agent Platform. It's Geep.
The model option has officially had its preview label removed. And according to the developer tracking, the model was not present on the list yesterday. Previously, Claude Opus 4.7 followed the same path by appearing on Google Cloud Console before its official release. Right, this highly similar trajectory suggests that the previously restricted beta Claude Mythos is likely to be fully opened to the public.
Are we scared about this?
What do we think?
Can you afford to run it?
Fully open to the public?
I doubt it.
Is it all a PR
yes,
stunt? Is it all hype?
Now, I'm going to say it will, because it's now been out for a couple of months and it was being held back, and just seeing, looking how quick everything else moves along, I think you'll find other things will be coming out that will compete with it.
That will leapfrog it, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what we're saying. They're going to be forced, they're going to have to, it's going to leak, or something else is going to leapfrog it and they'll have to release it.
Yeah. My take on it is that it will be available in Vertex AI. Yes, I'm still not going to use Github.
No. What's Vertex AI?
It's
Geek.
It's going to be available in Vertex AI to enterprise customers as long as you're willing to pay the dollars for the token usage. That's my guess.
About 1 quadrillion per million tokens.
Yeah.
Just don't say hi to
$62
it. No pleasantries, just straight to work.
Yeah, that's right.
And make sure you've got Caveman installed.
Otherwise you're burning it. You think an open API key is expensive. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. To finish up the AI wars here, we've got a list of things from Google I.O.
Which is happening today.
Just happened.
Just happened. Yeah.
Or should we call it Google AI? I don't know.
Google AI.
And you only threw this here at the end, Ian. I didn't have a chance. But yes, they are discussing Gemini at 3.5 Flash, which I think we touched on when we were talking about Antigravity CLI before. So much stuff going on.
Yeah. It says that 3.5 Pro is about a month away.
Yep.
Right.
So that'll be nice.
That'll be nice, yeah. I'm stinging to see where it lands, compared to everything else.
The thing that worries me about this is, right, so 3.5 Flash, right? You remember back before when we were talking about the amount of money it's going to cost per million output tokens, is like it's gone from $3 to $9 for a million output tokens. Gemini 3.5 Flash is 4 times faster than other frontier models in output tokens per second. So that $9 every million tokens is going to spin up a whole lot quicker.
Right.
4 times, in fact.
Is it running on the new TPUs?
It must
be. T8s? Yeah.
It must be.
It must be. We've got Gemini Omni, which we've already mentioned.
Yep.
Gemini Spark.
Oh, yeah.
What's this all about?
So Gemini Spark is it's your personal AI agent, essentially. So it's a fairly ambitious thing that Google's trying to do here.
It's Claude
It
Co-work.
integrates with Google's suite. Hey, what's that?
It's Claude Co-work is what it is.
Well, yes, yeah.
Your personal AI agent,
is sort of.
Right.
It's their version of Co-work. So it integrates into their suite of products. They're planning that eventually it will go into third-party tools via MCP. So you can do Adobe, Dropbox, Uber, all that sort of nonsense with it. But yeah, it's it's Google AI Ultra subscribers in the US will see Gemini Spark roll out inside Gmail and chat next week.
So is this
for the rest of the world, you can get stuffed.
So if I got let's say I got an email from my boss saying, "Can you pull together these figures?" Blah blah blah. Spark's the kind of thing that could read that, go off, create the sheet, scan the drive, start pulling everything together, and just build it all for me.
Yeah. The Gemini integration in Workspace can do that already. For the most part, as long as it's got access to it,
right?
It can do that.
Yeah, I can't say I've dug that deeply, but all right.
No.
The good thing is also they've updated the app. So at the moment, I think they've just said they've updated the Mac app. So you'll have, and again, it's a very Claude app approach. So you have the chat view, and then you have the Gemini Spark view, and it can do machine control as well. So it's playing in all the same territories, but as co-investors in a lot of all this stuff, it's They're all trading staff between them all.
And the IDs are all mixing in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And the last one that's out there is the new design language that Google's using for their Gemini app, which is they call Neural Expressive.
Right.
Look, it's just another version of material design.
It's Neural Expressive, mate.
Yeah,
the new design language includes more fluid animations, haptic feedback, and vibrant colors per Google.
Yep.
Right. Okay. This is okay. Yeah, all right. I've already seen this. If you go to Gemini now on the web, this is how it looks.
Does it?
Yeah. That's why I was on there today.
Gemini.schmoogle.com. Oh, yes, it does too.
Yeah.
It's a little bit glowy behind the search box.
Bit glowy, yeah.
I don't like it. Have you seen that they've changed? So, on an entirely different note, have you seen in Workspace they've actually changed the icons? So if you click the 9 dots in the corner and have a look at your calendar icon and your drive icon, they're all changed now.
Let me see. Yes, they have too. Oh, yeah, the drive one really stands out.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's Sheets.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't like the Sheets one. What is that?
Yeah. Now you see what I'm seeing. And I'm like,
chat.
That's a bit sheet.
I'm like, what have they done?
It's fully sheet.
Yeah, it's completely sheet.
Yeah, the colours are more sort of gradient, aren't they? They're not, I don't know. Anyway, wow. Okay, on that note, go and check that out for yourself. It's been a big show, guys. Heaps of AI. We might just go AI Wars at the top of the show and then just have the whole thing as the AI Wars. That's kind of where we're heading.
Hey, we'd be following in Google's footsteps.
We would be. Don't forget, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Go to Apple Podcasts, write a review to really help the show out. Go to YouTube and start discussion there. While you're there, smash that like button and hit the sub as well. Contact the show, contact@gcbbytes.com.au. Find us on the web, www.gcbbytes.com.au. And don't forget, today's sponsors are Hive Tech Solutions, Technofish Consulting, and Mantle Group, who, by the way, just got greatest place to work. We're second for medium and large businesses. We got second.
Oh,
yeah.
Second.
Number two.
Number two overall, right? And great place to work, Australia.
Triumphant gold, so silver, and
we're
shameful
very
bronze.
Stoked about that. So if you're a cloud engineer looking for a role, we're after some senior cloud engineers at the moment. So go look us up.
I don't know any good ones.
Don't know any good ones. Not any one jobs anyway. That's about it from us and for GCP Bytes Nighttime Edition.
GCP Nights.
After dark.
Hey, all right, guys. Anything else to add?
No, better not.
All right, then. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
I'm detecting a level of there's a different vibe recording at this time than they're normally
at this time of night. Yeah.
We're not all fresh from sleep.
Zombie.
We've already been ground down by the day.
We've been ground down by the day. We're just disgruntled.
Ready to unleash.
I love it.
Here we go. All right.
We should do this more often.